We're with one of the most admired and loved Latinos in Hollywood, and tomorrow on NBC Universo, Battlestar Galactica premieres. He is Edward James Olmos.
La última esperanza de la raza humana. Es uno de los nuestros.
Consígame municiones, jefe.
¡Lee! ¡Sal! ¡Lee!
La Tierra será nuestra nueva morada.
Every time I see you, I always tell you it's always an honor and a pleasure to be with you. This show came out a couple of years ago, and it was a complete hit. And now it's going to come out to a new audience, Latino audience. So can you tell me how that feels for you?
Incredible that they're finally getting it out in Spanish in the United States. It's been passed in all of Latin America in Spanish. And this was the last vestige of Spanish-speaking people that hadn't seen it in Spanish. So I'm glad that they're doing that. It's an honor and a privilege. And I'm very grateful to NBC Universal for doing this.
Now, the show was nominated for a lot of Emmys, and it won a couple of Emmys. The visual effects are phenomenal. Why do you think this show was so successful? What makes it so successful?
The story. The story itself is very simple, but very, very difficult. It's very complex. It's a story about how the human element, the human species, created technology that eventually came back to kill the human. And it's something that we're going through even as we speak in the year 2015.
Right, you say that the show mirrors our society and how we kind of fight against ourselves. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
We've been able to understand our lives in our society today, and what's really been difficult has been that nuclear technology especially, is something that is very positive. We can use it to build energy and to create positivenesses. At the same time, it could destroy the entire planet. So that's the kind of technology that we're dealing with in Battlestar Galactica. It can help us immensely, or it can destroy us. And in this case, it does destroy us to the fullest.
And the show kind of talks about gender equality, mixed races. Why do you think that's so important?
I think that's probably one of the biggest issues that we have in our planet today, is trying to find out that we are one race, the human race, and that inside the human race there's some beautiful cultures, but inevitably that we are one race, and that we're not races, you know, black race, the brown race, the red race, the yellow race. We're not. There's only one. And that's really what the show shows us in basic formula and understanding. So hopefully we went to the UN because of it, and they understood it to the fullest, and that's why they invited us to take the show there.
You don't only act in the series, but you also directed a couple of the episodes as well, right? Why is it so important for you to kind of do both dynamics?
I think directing is a privilege, as is acting, but directing the show is an honor, a true honor. And I directed quite a few shows, to be honest with you. And it was amazingly satisfying and tremendously rewarding.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Edward James Olmos en Battlestar Galactica. Miércoles 29 de julio, 9 p.m. Este Pacífico. En presentación especial de 2 horas. Por NBC Universo.